Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Behind the Dirt with Lindsay. This is the first official episode, and it is March, which means we are closer to race season. March, in my head, anyways, kicks off race season officially, so we made it through the winter. Today, we will be speaking with the owner of the Ohio Valley Late Model Dirt Series. This series will have several races featured live on Dirt Rich TV for the 2025 racing season. Todd has been wonderful to work with, and we look forward to covering some of his races this year. As of right now, we only have 4 on the schedule, but that could change depending on how our schedule goes for the year. We do have a very packed schedule. So, without further ado, while I get Todd on the phone, we will cut to a short ad break, and then we will be right back.
Daytona One is a top manufacturer of high-performance lubricants, offering an extensive range of products, including tire treatments, engine lubricants, cleaners, and more. Join the winner's circle and elevate your performance by choosing Daytona One. Visit them online at www.daytona1.com to explore their wide range of products.
This is Todd.
Yeah, this is Todd.
Hey, this is Lindsay with Behind the Dirt podcast.
Yeah, hi.
How are you?
Oh, pretty good.
Good. Could you say your last name for me? I know you sent a message, but I just want to make sure I don't mess that up.
Yeah, no problem. It's Frohnapfel.
Okay. All right. Well, I had it right then. I just wanted to be sure.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, that's fine.
So I'm just calling to get some information from you about your series. I know we are working with you this year for the Ohio Valley Late Model Dirt Series, and then just kind of let everyone know what your series is and who you are.
Okay. Yeah, no problem.
So Todd is the series of the Ohio Valley Late Model Dirt Series. And how long have you been doing this series?
I've had the series. This will be my 5th year.
Okay. And did you start the series or did you take it over?
I kind of took it over from a guy that had it down in West Virginia. It was Robbie Cyrus. He had it in West Virginia. It was named the Buckeye Mountaineer Limited Late Model Series.
Okay.
And then when I took it over, I changed the name and changed it to the first, we had it as the Steel Block Late Model Series. And then this year we changed it to the Ohio Valley Late Model Dirt Series.
Okay. And so I was reading on your schedule, and it looks like the first event that you have is April the 5th. Is that correct?
Correct. Yep.
Okay. And that's at Tyler County?
Yeah, Tyler County Speedway in West Virginia. Yep.
Okay. Yeah, we were just in West Virginia over the weekend. It was
okay.
quite a haul for us. It was like a 5.5-hour trip.
Oh, wow. Where are you guys located at exactly?
Eastern Tennessee.
Eastern Tennessee, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of a haul then, I guess. Yeah.
So I'm guessing you live in Ohio?
I do. Yes, I live in Painesville, Ohio, is where that's my hometown. It's about 40 minutes east of Cleveland, so I'm in northern Ohio.
Oh, okay. I have family that lives in the North Ridgeville area.
Okay, yeah. Yep.
So okay. I've been to Ohio a few times to visit.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
Have you lived in Ohio your whole life, or?
Yes, yeah. Yep, lived in southern Ohio. Well, not really southern Ohio. Down Bridgeport, Ohio is where I grew up, down by Wheeling, West Virginia. Mm-hmm. And then I moved to Columbus when I was in high school, and then I moved up here after college.
Oh, okay. So have you been to Eldora quite a bit?
Yeah, I've been to Eldora a good bit. Yeah. That's
I know it's on your schedule, but
yeah, Eldora is probably my favorite track that I've ever been to. It's up there. And when we just started going to Eldora, this will be our 3rd year this year. And it was a pretty big deal when we got to go for the Dirt Track World Championship, and I want to thank Carl Short for helping with that. So
that's awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's a really good race. I mean, we have a huge car count. I mean, and then being there with the Lucas Oil late models and just being the Dirt Track World Championship brings a lot of publicity. Does a lot of good for the series. So
definitely. So I was looking, like I said, through your schedule. I know April 5th is the season opener. April 26th, that's another one at Tyler County, and that is one that will be streamed with Dirt Rich. And then May 2nd and 3rd, that's the Bourbon State Classic. Is that correct?
Yes, correct.
Okay. And that will be streamed by Dirt Rich as well.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, that's actually going to be our first ever trip down to Ponderosa Speedway and Rock Castle Speedway. So there'll be 2 new tracks we visit this year, so we're pretty excited about that.
Yeah, I would say Richard is probably pretty excited about that as well, because that's a lot closer to us than some of these places.
I was going to say, yeah, that's probably our closest one for you guys, probably there. Or I guess when we go to Mountain Motor Speedway in Isom, Kentucky, that might be a little bit closer for you guys too.
Yeah, I think that's only 2 hours, maybe, if that.
Okay. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So I was also looking at your some of the rules that you have for the series, and it looks like Hoosier is the tire that you use for the series.
Yeah, Hoosier is a pretty big sponsor of ours, so Hoosier tire is our official tire for the series.
Okay.
Cool. Yeah.
And no chemicals allowed, right?
Yeah, no chemicals, no, putting anything, soaking the tires or anything like that. We don't allow that.
Yeah, no greasing it up.
Yeah, no. I'm sure guys try to, but yeah.
Yeah, well, I've heard if you ain't cheating, you ain't eating. I've heard that quite a bit. So.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, I'm sure everybody's kind of doing it in some way, so it's, yeah.
And then a 8-inch spoiler and any steel block engine.
Yes, yeah, 8-inch spoiler, any steel block. And we allow the CT 525, and it's a crate engine, but it is an aluminum block, but that's the only aluminum block we allow. And there is certain rules for the CT 525 engine, like you got to have a certain MSD box. You can only turn 7,500 RPMs with that engine. But if you have a steel block, you're allowed unlimited cubic inch, aluminum heads, pretty much anything with, just got to be a steel block.
Okay. Well, I'm sure somebody knows what all that means. I don't, but
no problem. Yeah.
Somebody will.
Yeah.
I guess the people who need to know will know.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then how did you get into racing? Is it something that you grew up around, or?
Yeah, I've been around racing pretty much my whole life. My grandfather raced, my father raced, and now, my nephew's racing. And I never drove a car. I just pretty much worked on my dad's cars, and worked on my nephew's car a little bit. And then now when I took over this series, I'm pretty much doing that. So.
Yeah. It seems like driving the car is the easier way to go. I know a lot of drivers don't work on their own cars. I mean, some of them have to, but from what I've been around, it's like the drivers don't, they have a crew.
Sometimes it just depends. Yeah, it can be a little rough. Usually the crew's the one putting in all the late night hours and working on the car, getting it ready, especially if there's, if you race Friday and Saturday, you're pretty much staying up all night Friday, getting the car race ready for Saturday. So, yeah.
So when you were younger, did you, is that something you wanted to do when you got older, was, be in racing, be a series owner or a race car driver?
I think I always wanted to be involved in racing. Just didn't really know how. I always thought I'd like to try to drive, but I never really drove it. I mean, I kind of drove or, got in a car just for kind of like hot laps a little bit, but never in a race or anything. But I just enjoyed working on them, and I assumed I'd just be working on them, the rest of my life, kind of being involved with that part of it. And then, like I said, about 5 years ago when this, series kind of came about, and how it kind of came about, the guy had it for 1 year and then he was just going to give up on it and, do away with it. And I'm like, well, maybe I'll just, go ahead and take the chance and, and do it. And, once I did that, it's kind of, it's been really good and I really enjoy doing it. So I'm kind of happy I did.
Yeah. Well, there's no there's no reward without the risk. So. Yeah,
exactly. Yep.
That's a big thing with Dirt Rich TV for us. I mean, we never know how well it's going to go. We just got to take the chance with it.
Kind of go with it. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you never know, but yeah.
So one last question for you. Who is your favorite race car driver?
Oh, favorite race car driver. Wow. Yeah, that's probably, I would have to say when I was little, like growing up, I always loved Charlie Schwartz. So he's probably kind of my favorite. Scott Bloomquist is up there too. But I would probably have to say Charlie Schwartz was always my favorite.
Okay. Well, awesome. Yeah, right now I would say mine for a few years has been Brandon Shepherd.
Okay. Yeah.
I always love watching him, and not everyone agrees with me, but
no, I like Brandon Shepherd. Right now, I would say my favorite driver right now is probably, I think, Tim McCready is my favorite current driver. So yeah, I really like Tim McCready a good bit. But
yeah, I would say there's a lot of people that agree with that.
Yeah.
So is there any other information about your series that you want to put out there? Any special events that you're looking forward to, or?
We're just really looking forward to that weekend in Kentucky for the Bourbon State Classic. Like I said, it's going to 2 new tracks that we've never been to. It's paying $3,000 to win on Friday night at Ponderosa Speedway, and then $2,000 to win at Rock Castle Speedway on Saturday. So that's a big event. We also are looking forward to, we're going into Pennsylvania this year to Lernerville Speedway it's what we call our Hillbilly 50, but it's part of the Hillbilly 100 weekend for the Lucas Oil Dirt Late Models. So we'll be there with them. So that's a really exciting race, and that'll be our first time there. And then obviously going back to Eldora Speedway is always huge. I mean, that's our end of year event, and it's always a good time, and it's always a really big race.
I'll have to talk to Richard about that one, see if maybe nothing else we can just come watch, because we've not been to Eldora yet.
Okay. Yeah, you definitely need to get up there and see a race, because it's something else. It's not like any other track, that's for sure. It's definitely something special.
Yeah. Well, that is all I have for you. I appreciate you taking the time to speak with me.
Oh, no problem. Thank you very much for having me. And, I appreciate what you guys are doing, and I'm looking forward to, partnering up with you guys this year.
Yeah, us too. We're excited to be growing. I know 3 years ago when we started, we didn't think we would have any series. So, to have several series growing this year, it's really cool. So
yeah, it is. It's good. It's exciting. Yeah, for sure.
All right. Well, I appreciate it, and we will talk to you soon.
All right. Sounds good. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Experience the thrill of dirt racing with Dirt Rich TV, the premier title sponsor and official media partner for top series like the American All-Star Series and the Elite Racing Series. We provide exclusive coverage of various events, including weekly races, the Red Clay Series, SCDRA, and the Carolina Sprint Tour. Enjoy our pay-per-view and on-demand options, or opt for the Dirt Rich TV Plus package for unlimited access to all our content for a monthly fee. Visit us today at www.dirtrich.tv.
All right, so that was Todd Frohnapfel. That was the series owner of the Ohio Valley Late Model Dirt Series. And we spoke about some of the rules and some of the races that are coming up this year. Some pretty cool things, exciting things happening for him. We will be back next week. On Tuesday evening, we will release another episode, and that one will be with the Elite Racing Series owner, and that is Trevor Thompson. So we are looking forward to the next episode. As always, if you have any questions or suggestions, just let us know. Thank you.